So what happened when Dren ended up catching that charge for that pistol? He ended up doing 5.5 years, right?
So at this time, he had already like I still was trying to be a brother. That's the funny thing. Like, all right, I'm not working with you with music or nothing, but I'm like, yo, I moved, yo, I'm doing this housewarming, you come through, whatever, cold shoulder me, whatever. I'm like, all right, that's the writing on the wall
What
that I
year is
needed.
this?
That was 2004.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
happened
So
that
this
year,
is like
man.
fresh off the
Yeah,
breakup, pretty much.
yes. And then from that point, we didn't see each other. So that's the same year that he caught the first gun charge, I believe. It was either that year or the year after. So I'm hearing this from, people in our circle. But again, I'm doing me, he's doing him. Then when he got knocked, second time I heard word on the street, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Like I never seen that one coming like that. I didn't see that, like, because like I said, he was always a smart enough dude to know how to maneuver. And I guess somebody caught up to that.
For
I don't
people
know.
that don't know Dren like that, would you describe him as being a street dude like that? Like he's really about that?
Nah. That was.
So why was he making that decision to be rolling like that at that time, do you think?
I really can't speak for that man on that, but I can just say this. I feel like at certain points he got so deep into like trying to be street that it became part of his bravado that he couldn't walk away from. And then, you start carrying them things, it becomes a normal thing to you. It's kind of like, kid in a candy store.
And in New York, they don't play either.
Nah. The gun charges here is no joke, man. It's a mandatory 7. You know what I'm saying? You get caught with that thing on you. So that's what happened. And during the course of that time, I had no real connection. I was just doing my thing. And, he was where he was at with that. We ain't bumping each other until like maybe a year or two after he came home.
Yeah, so Cuban has said that they were cool during the time that he was locked up. Cuban even sent some people to hold him down, right, while he was locked up. And then when he got out...
Yeah, he told me the same thing.
When he got out, they hung out for a little bit. But then after that, Dren ghosted him. And next thing you know, he's in pictures with Joe. Did you ever have a conversation with him at that point? Man, roll the clip.
Didn't he host one of your mixtapes?
Of course, the main one, the broken chains.
Right, that's right.
He's the one
who
got you to do that shit. So we did it in Pirate Recorded. He comes from a bloodline where I respect Uncle Pete. He comes from that side. So that nigga was there from the beginning. He knows the truth about everything. So for him to do the 7 years in jail, he got caught up with some guns or whatever, and come out, and I talked to him, and everything's good.
Oh, so he was around during the Full Eclipse days.
Hell yeah, that nigga was around.
Wow. So then he ends up joining
him and Smooth. Smooth is his partner at the time. And, he did fucking Smooth. He started changing. My nigga came out of jail and he was cool with me. He looked a little funny, but I didn't take nothing of it. Then I guess he was ready to make peace with these niggas. Whatever. I don't mind you making peace, but give me a little fucking call. Tell me. Don't let me get caught by surprise, because that means you was a snake nigga when you was around me. You know what I'm saying? I would have said, hey, you want to make peace with him? Yeah, my nigga, it's cool. So it's a tough pill to swallow after all the shit you talked about the nigga. Because it wasn't like Dren was a nigga that just was there caught up in a ratchet. No, he was talking shit about Joe. He knew shit about Joe. He was an influencer with that. So for him to do that, it's like, damn, look at this nigga. They made that nigga turn, oh my God. So that's really more disappointing to himself for who he is. Whether, you know what I'm saying, he has a conscience or not, he knows what he did.
Nah, I'm watching that shit. I'm watching that shit from behind the scenes. Like, wow, unbelievable. But at the same time, it's believable because
So it wasn't a surprise to you, but it was just like, wow, like,
because when you jump ship and you just continuously jumping ship just to get on any bandwagon that's running. I mean, I can see that happening, like, with no problem. I can see him doing that. Like, that's going to get him to another level, that picture or whatever. You defy the loyalty that you got with your people for a moment. That's crazy. I don't do that. I don't move like that. Like, never have, never will. But, that was something I just spoke to Cuba about. Like, he was just putting me on like how he felt about it, and I understand. Like I get it. Like because even him, he's an understanding type of person. He was just like, yo, if I would have just got an answer that made sense, then I would have just looked past it. But I never got that. I actually got disrespected, and that's something for them to speak about.
Right. Because, I mean, during the whole time that he's beefing with Joe, Dren is around. So obviously he's probably feeling the same way as Q in a lot of ways, right?
Not even around. Listen, if you listen to that Broken Chains, he's the host. He's the Howard Cosell of the whole mixtape. He's the fuck that fat bastard. Like you wouldn't have known I was involved because I just mixed it and recorded it. But he's on this shit,
but he's
talking his shit. He's frontlining, talking his shit, holding it, the torch up like on some Cuban. I got you, fuck this nigga, and then here we go. So that's kind of like
that's wild.
I don't even know if Joe even knew who he was taking that picture with, man. To be honest with you, that could have been one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So then you run into him like a year or two after he's out. What happens?
So, I'm working. I'm at my JO. I'm outside, though. And then he pulled up on me because he know where I'm at. And he just started kicking it with me about, a little small talk. What he was like, what was I doing, what he was doing. Maybe we should, hit up a bar and hang out or whatever. Little 10-minute conversation. We exchanged numbers, and then from there,
so you're receptive. You're receptive at the time.
Yeah. Because I ain't got no connection at this time, so it's nothing really for me to be worried about getting tainted or hurt. Like I'm doing me, you doing you. You was my brother. I'm still a man. You a man. I'm here. Like, what's up? How you doing? You good? Your family good? Because this family was like my family. Everybody good? You good? All right, that's cool. Good to hear. I'm sorry to hear you went through that. I'm here though. But I got my family. I got what I got going on, so I'm not even looking at that like it's something I need to be worried about. It's just it's a relationship that dwindled over time, but we still here. So that was that. I just kept it like that. I'm cordial. Happy birthday. How are you? That's about it. I ain't got I don't got no bad blood, man. I know who people are for me, and I just keep it moving with the people I need to keep it moving with.
So you guys ever go hang out after that, or like you ever build together after that?
Nah. I mean, I'll be honest, that's because of me and who I am. I'm a Taurus, man. I'm a little stubborn, man. Like, say the least. Like, if I get turned the wrong way, I'm done. That's it. That's in any relationship. I move on. I don't look back. I move forward. I keep moving that way.
So why invest any effort at that time then to even say like happy birthday or to like even like entertain it?
I guess I'm a reciprocator. You hit me up and you say happy birthday to me, I feel only obligated to give you at least that back when your time comes, So I share the flowers on that level, but again, I know what not to do and what not to get into. So I just stay away from all the other things. I guess that's just me being who I am when it comes to certain things. I'm like that, man. Like my lady might hate that shit in me because I'm like that, but that's who I am, man. Like, hey, you good? All right, I'm good. Not that and honestly, if you needed something and I had it to give, I give it. I give it because that's just who I am. I still feel like it shouldn't have went the way it went. It went that way. It wasn't because of me. So I'm still gonna be who I am. I'm gonna still be here. Like if you need something, I'm here for you. But I'm not gonna go out my way. You know what I'm saying?
So you kept it real surface level though, pretty much. It
Yeah.
was kind of like whatever, right?
Yeah.